Hey guys, welcome back. Last episode you saw me do a bunch of stuff on the passenger side quarter panel. Guess what? Driver's side. It's already pretty much I fitted it before, like I said, messing around over the past few months trying to make sure everything fits right, getting the idea on how it fits and what I need to move around and just generally get a good idea on how to go about it. Alright, so this here, same thing as the other side. I'm going to clamp it here where I put my nice lovely dent in the rocker panel on my wood clamps. Drill a bunch of holes through here, bunch of holes through here. Same deal, clamp, and back, drill some holes and put some screws in. All right. So the biggest thing is clamping everything. Got a bunch of clamps. I'll clamp it here. Put some C-clamps, make sure it's pushed up against the inner door structure there for the latches. And same thing with here. Clamp it down this way. Clamp it, make sure it's nice up and tight. And then have at it with this drilling and screwing. Enjoy the time lapse. Into it, but it's the same as the other side. Every 2 inches on the inside here, except for I left that open on the where the truck pan drop off is to let it float around. The gap up here sucks. I think I know what I did there. When I put the skin on the door, when I took the original skin off, it was actually folded further back and closed that gap up. no big deal. I got a bunch of 1/8 inch TIG rod up there. I'll just stack it up, weld it, grind it like you do out in the real world. Like I said, I don't expect perfect gaps. I just want workable gaps. So it's nice and tight down here, like it should be, 1/4 inches, 3/16 inch, and it gradually grows up top. And I showed previously, not on camera, I messed around with the placement of this 1/4 panel months ago. Took my floor jack it up into place, trying to bring it forward from the tail end, and that didn't do anything. Because I think is where the inner support there is for the door jamb and the striker and all that. That's already locked into place. So, plus also when I bought this car, it didn't have the best of gaps either from the previous owner and or previous people who had done a bunch of body work on it. And so, yeah, that says what it is. I can deal with that later on. So yeah, we're up to now basically almost to where we were on the other side, just about. Gotta drill some holes across the top there where the 1/4 panel meets the lower deck fill panel. Same thing, 5 holes spaced out. Drill them. Got a 1/4 inch bolt up there holding everything nice and tight to the lower deck filler panel where the inner trim goes. So yeah, that's up next. Same deal as before. The trunk drop off comes down to about here, and just gonna put 5 holes in there. 1, and you got 1, 2, and a couple up in there, and that should be it for that particular area. Because like I said, I'm gonna scratch up underneath, across here, so I know where to put the copper weld through at, so I can do the spot welding. And I said I think it'll fit up in here. So yeah, that's coming up next. So, trying to get this corner shoved back in. I've been kind of mulling over how I'm going to do that. I think one of the ways was to maybe put a slice down in here, take the bracket off from the back side on the tail panel, push it back, re-weld it. Then I was messing around. I noticed I could get my 12-inch C-clamp in there. What I did was I ground down the end a little bit, a little radius there, so it could fit in here properly and not dent the 1/4 panel. Last panel I found that one out. Shove it in. Big ass cutter. You know, light so I can see. That grounded area is down out in here. Yep, still is. And then what I'm going to do is use this as leverage. Push that corner. See how the corner in there is moving? So you push it in. Got the most important part, you need a clamp. Tight fitting clamp. Here, a vice grip should do. So you can see in there, yep, clip. On it. You need to go a little further. Oops. Here we go. Take the C-clamp off. The vice grip in the way, it's kind of hard to turn the T-handle. Loosen up the clamp. Yeah, it puts a little dent in here, but it's nothing that the primer surfacer can't fix. It's like super shallow. It's probably a few thou thick. I mean, if you take like the DA sander to it and just grind down this area, you'll get rid of that. So that's what I figured out what I'm going to do, and I did it the other side, and it works pretty well to kind of get that flush up in there. So that way it doesn't look like, you know, somebody half-assed the tail panel. I mean, a gap up here is I probably, you know, it's quarter panel's overhanging a little bit, but I'm not going to make like everything perfect on this car. It's just not me. Plus also, by the time you get seam sealer put in here and everything, and a little bit of filler where the little ding is there from how it was stamped, it's going to close up a little bit and make it look gooder. So that's what I figured out to do for there. Yeah, it seems to work pretty well for the most part. So yeah, next thing up is to work on the gap down here again. Like I said before, I was messing around with it. I kind of located it very loosely. Yeah, so same trick as the other side. Just ratchet strap, push it in, and see how much, see if we can make it more gooder. All right, that's coming up next. After doing that little trick there, I think I had time to take off the tail panel again for like the 1000th time. I was fiddling a little bit off camera more with the pivot for the tail panel to the quarter panel. Then I put a little slice in here, just a little tiny slice of the Dremel because the blade itself has a very small curve, and knocked that over a little bit. I was able to bring the quarter panel a little bit more to make it a little bit more workable. And it's probably gonna just like this side, unless I really slice it open, weld it, grind it back to get it nice tight gap to it. I don't think it's the juice not worth the squeeze, you know what I mean? So a little bit of filler, not much, maybe an 1/8 by 1/8 inch like noodle style, and I'll be able to get this guy like running perfect for what I want. But anyways, I need to take this off because the rear cross member extension pieces are clamped into place. I need to pop a few holes through them so that way when I go put it back together, I can locate it without really needing straps or anything of the sort. So that's what's coming up next. Taking this off, drill some holes there, drill a couple holes on the other side. Quarter panels are coming off, and then we're going to start scuffing up the inside, grinding down a few welds, get it ready for epoxy primer and sound editing. So yeah, it's a cute time lapse of taking this off and drilling a few holes, and take quarter panels off. Alright, so now I got those outer crossmember extensions located on the other side. And now here's time for the fun part. Blowing everything apart, get it cleaned up, and getting them ready to weld in. quarter panels and the rear cross member, the rear cross member extensions and bumper brackets on the other side, the quarter panels to the lower deck floor panel. I got to put a piece of metal there in the passenger side quarter panel from where AMD didn't do it. This spot here on that, on the passenger side. And then grind down some welds, scuff everything up with a red Scotch-Brite pad that I have on my DA. Grind some welds up underneath that you can't see, but I know they're there. Yeah, sounds like fun. And here we go with everything taken off. There's all the holes that go through the quarter panel to the rear cross member. I need to clean all the panel off of there for the spout welding. Then sand everything down with Scotch-Brite pads. And then put the lizard skin on it and all that fun stuff. So this is the driver's side quarter panel. There, the tail panel's up there. Everything's all taken off. I need to clean all that paint off and rust. Get it ready for epoxy prime. Sand all this crap down with a Scotch-Brite pad. Clean it. Clean some welds up underneath in there. And then same thing with over here. Give everything a good scuffing and a good cleaning. And then get it ready for primer. For epoxy prime. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Just because that way the next video can be welding and going over all that fun stuff. And again, thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing. If you got any comments, questions, whatever, hit me up down below. Appreciate it. Thanks.